way we are starting our program off, the finalist in the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament, Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page on the same team.
I can't wait to see it. It's about to happen. I am pumped for beach break. Sometimes, Ian, it gets windy at the beach. Hey, we're in the Windy City.
We sure are. And you can feel the crowd here tonight. But they may have to choose as the two men that will meet 1 week from Sunday align here tonight. But let the record show a bit of apprehension on the part of the man who we will see next, Will Ospreay's partner. I don't know if he's quite on the same page, Excalibur.
Yeah, Ian, this is an uneasy alliance, to say the least. It was almost Ospreay volunteering the services of this man to step into battle with the Don Callis family tonight.
From Aaron Street, Virginia, weighing 229 pounds, Hangman Adam Page.
Hangman feels like Arlington should be a one-horse town. And Adam Page is looking to ride his horse, this momentum, all the way into All-In, Texas. Taz, the tap on the shoulder is not gently brushed aside, pushed aside by Adam Page. I think told a huge story.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, Ian, for sure. I mean, there's definitely tension. But as we've been documented here at the top of this program already, Excalibur, can these two men in this particular match tonight work as a unit? We'll see.
They will most certainly need to, because the team that they are facing is not only undefeated in tag team competition, they are managed by perhaps one of the most nefarious individuals in all of professional wrestling. And let's head back to the ring in Chicago's own, the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
By Don Callis.
Adam Page and Will Ospreay cannot underestimate in the Inosuke Takeshita bounced from the tournament.
Jesus.
Josh Alexander.
He's done. That was an amazing knee strike by Takeshita.
Yeah, not only their fourth match as a tag team, Alexander and Takeshita showing tremendous chemistry.
Here's the deal, too. I'll tell you what the deal is right now. Once they're done beating up Ospreay. These two, Ospreay and Hangman, are great individual wrestlers. But my guys are not just a team, Excalibur. They're family. And that gives them the advantage in a tag team situation.
I like the fact, too, I gotta say, Don, I like that your family, your guys, I mean, they're not selfish. They're not egotistical. They kind of work as cohesive units, that whatever configuration you have. I'm impressed with that.
There's no I in team and there's no I in over, if you know what I mean.
Well, there certainly was an I rake there.
Good one.
There's no I in I.
God,
Takeshita.
what are you interning today? What is this? Terry?
Pressing Takeshita in the corner with that lariat. And now bring the Alpha down to center. Hangman. The word is out on the heavy hands of Hangman Adam Page and Konosuke Takeshita, but very small sample size.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that fatal four-way.
Feeling firsthand just how powerful Alexander is as Takeshita dragging Hangman.
What's he doing?
To the outside. And Hangman sent into the barricade to the left of our desk. Josh Alexander doing a good job of cover again.
Hangman Page on by Alexander, and now look at Hangman. He's trying to get to Ospreay.
I love the technical proficiency of Josh Alexander.
Oh, tag made.
There you go.
Meeting of the minds there for Takeshita and Alexander. Ospreay taking advantage of the miscue.
And he was there when Page needed him for the tag. It's Ospreay full head of steam.
Ospreay's on fire. Watch out.
Oh, beautiful. In comes Takeshita, boot to the midsection. Trying to take the wind out of Ospreay's sails. Ospreay sent in, ducks underneath the double lariat attempt, and come a 2-for-1 for the aerial assassin.
What was that?
Standing sky twister press. 1, 2, no.
Ospreay, who's had a lot of time to catch his breath, control his breathing, has an opportunity now to close the gap, get his team back in to secure the victory.
Ospreay Stopped once again by Alexander, but answers with the enziguri. High boot, though, delivered by Takeshita with a palm.
A couple times this match already, Takeshita had great timing to save his partner, but right there, he blocked that boot with his face.
Oh, look at this. You can cut the tension with a knife, but with the... Wait a minute, they're on the same page.
Ospreay and Hangman. The Orihara moonsault from Hangman Page. Sky Twister press from Will Ospreay.
A lot of times in wrestling, you think you're safe on the floor, but with Ospreay, you've got to extend the perimeter about 100 feet.
That's a springboard. Oh!
Leg hooked. Cover. Two, and Alexander kicking out once again. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Ospreay patting Hangman on the head. They're allies tonight, but adversaries in 11 days' time. 1 week from this Sunday, live on pay-per-view, Ospreay, Hangman Page, the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament.
Almost a bit of a diminishing move heading into that match coming up 1 week from Sunday. Man, the stamina, Don, of Josh Alexander to just be right back into this bout.
At what point does Ospreay realize in this match that it would be much better for him to injure his own partner than to win this match?
That's not Ospreay's style. Don, you know that. Maybe that's what made him such a bad
in the
fit.
Don Callis family.
It's not a bad idea, though, Don. I gotta say, it's not a bad idea.
Oh!
Alexander!
Oh! He was cool.
1, 2, no Ospreay!
Wow.
Kicking out, but
The
what
shit.
force delivered by Josh
Yeah,
Alexander.
it was excellent by Alexander. Very impressive, though, that kick out. Watch here. The kick out by Ospreay, so damn impressive. Great counter by Josh Alexander. And watch. Driving him, but Will
Countered.
He and Takeshita are looking sharp in the face of some very weighty opposition. But there's the shot from Takeshita. And now Blue Thunder. Oof. The Blue Thunder, Takeshita, I think he spun him with such velocity that he lost control.
Over-rotated.
Brainbuster on its mark. Takeshita now.
This
The cover,
should
the
be
leg
3.
is hooked and Hangman.
Oh, well.
great save by the
I ain't gonna lie, if he would have kicked out, I'd been a little bit pissed. But him Hangman saving him, that would make more sense. There we go.
Hangman
Cause ain't no
returning
way in
to
hell
the
you getting up
gallows,
after that.
freeing Ospreay. It's Alexander. Page. Oh, no. Now it's 2-on-1.
Turned him inside out with that release German suplex.
That he
Hangman landed
did.
hard on his midsection there.
Now Takeshita, hell of a kick in the corner, and a German suplex for Ospreay.
Oh, he no.
Unfortunately for him, into the waiting arms of Josh Alexander. The ripcord stereo elbows delivered.
He's done.
Two and no Ospreay.
Wow. And that was a hallmark of their 3 victories as a team.
You could see the frustration in the face of Takeshita. The moment I looked at him, man, he's pissed on that kick out.
Yeah, their 3 previous victories, as Ian mentioned, all came by virtue of that double elbow strike. And the fans here in Chicago trying to urge on Ospreay, but he's going to need more than that as Hangman Adam Page trying to anchor to catch.
Oh, God. Poison Rana Jones.
Whoa! Ospreay avoids
Oscar.
unable to avoid the Oscutter.
Like a cat, the agility springboard. Again.
The Oscutter strikes twice. Ospreay, 1, 2, and no!
And this is our opening contest at Beach Break. We got a world title inside the steel cage later. We have Bobby Lashley giving his answer to MJF later. A women's title eliminator. But this is the opener.
Oh, Hangman
Tagged himself in.
Yeah, it seemed like Ospreay was poised to deliver that hidden blade, and Hangman tagging himself in.
Looks like a tremendous team effort here.
As Hangman, he was calling out the fact that Takeshita was coming up on the apron, but the butt shot, no. And things breaking down between Ospreay and Hangman.
They clunked heads.
And Ospreay, the hidden blade.
Wow, that was close. Look at that.
Just inches away.
Hit him in the face with it. Follow through now.
Takeshita smartly getting Page to the outside.
Takeshita the swing and the miss, but Hangman connects. But inside the ring.
Well, a quick jab. Looking for the... Oh, wait a minute.
No, Hangman, the boot in the face of Alexander.
Hangman's on that apron. This could be bad for Alexander.
The referee could get this under control here, guys.
Hangman
Damn.
Adam Page. Hidden blade combination. Wow.
The Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page.
The only way Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay were able to overcome the opposition, Taz, was by working together. But that
Hey, how
will
you
not
doing?
be the case at Double or Nothing on Sunday, May 25th.
Yeah, and there was a lot of close calls towards each other in this matchup between these two athletes. Well, what a battle. Great tag match.
Wow. Razor thin margin for victory.
Oh, wait, watch out! To cash to the jumping knee. Sending Hangman and Ospreay once
I'm
again.
gonna cut that shit out.
head-to-head. And
Catch yourself and
Ospreay
cut that shit out.
clearly
It's my time.
Following that blue thunder, following those double forearms. What a valiant effort to remain in this match now at the mercy of the Doc Callis family.
Yeah, they're just beating all over Ospreay here.
You see Alexander, the headgear
Got knocked off his head.
knocked off by that hidden blade. Buckshot combo.
My God, he got blasted.
Another hidden blade for Alexander. The dragon suplex for Takada.
Oh.
He thought it was Alexander. Or did he?
Forearm shot to Page. Ospreay. He felt the hand on his shoulder. Alexander was the last person he saw to his left. I have to believe, Taz, that Ospreay thought that was Josh Alexander, not Hangman Adam
I
Page.
would think so, but you never know, right? They're competitors here, and the tag match is over, but it kind of seemed inadvertent, though.
Temperatures boiling heading into Double or Nothing. The Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final.
Beach break kicking off excellently here tonight.
Yeah, things heating up ahead of our trip to the desert. But before we get there, remember our main event, the steel cage match for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley.
Stress that you've reaped. Samoa Joe is beyond reproach. I will not run. I will not hide. I am challenging you.
The Kikina clutch on the floor. Red Rum in the ring.
There's really nothing you could do about it, Joe.
The cheap shot from Shafir.
That's how the Death Riders work. They work as a unit.
I am coming for you. I am coming for my AEW championship.
We've got no chance.
Steel cage for the World Championship in Chicago.
And our colleague Alicia Toot ready in the back. Take it away, Alicia.
Guys, I'm here with Top Flight, who tonight are in action against the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate. However, last week...
Look, last week, MJF, you think we're playing with your little dirty, nasty, grimy, garden-looking ass? You want to stick your nose in our business? Well, guess what? I'll bite it clean off! Hey, Max, you're going to get what's coming to you. But as far as business is concerned, last week you weren't the one we called out. Hurt Syndicate. We're going to keep it real plain and simple. We want those titles. And you guys might underestimate us right now, but all it takes is 3 seconds, and you're walking out with new tag team champions.
Oh, I like the sound of that, buddy. I do. I want you to remember something. People are going to underestimate you. That is fuel, that is fire to prove them wrong. Sammy and I will both be watching. Good luck. Appreciate it.
Top Flight getting a big pep talk there from the natural.
The following contest is set for one fall from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 208 pounds. Show some love for Ricochet.
You are not seeing in action. Zach out. He saw enough after Ricochet was manhandling security.
Everybody had
Turn it back over to Justin Roberts.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 170 pounds, Zach Gowen.
Zach Gowen coming to the ring with the assistance of the crutches. That is because last week Ricochet did steal his prosthetic leg. Zach Gowen lost his leg, was amputated at age 8 while he was battling pediatric cancer. And since then, he's gone on to become an inspirational figure, Ian. I mean, competing all across the world, taking a moment to embrace his family at ringside. And I mean, somebody who spent time in the Ring of Honor brand. He's also become a motivational speaker as well outside of the ring.
It's incredible to see Zach Gowen's journey continue through the years. A 23-year veteran. He's wrestled the best, including Paul White, Shelton Benjamin, Jay Briscoe, even teamed with the Great Muta. And it's Zach Gowen whose career continues to this day, competed on
Even Russell against Johnson.
He climbed a 19,000-foot volcano, Taz.
I know Zach from when he started. You guys are saying everything is the truth. I know him a long time, man. He's a special cat. There's no doubt about that with Zach.
And he is somebody that Ricochet obviously has no deference, no respect for, but Zach Gowen, you don't become a renowned 23-year veteran without a considerable amount of skill, and that's something that Ricochet should best keep in mind.
Absolutely. You can't underestimate what a man like Zach has been through since he's a little kid. A wrestling match against a great wrestler like Ricochet is nothing to a guy like this, what he's accomplished in his life outside of the ring. Think about that.
Yeah,
think about what he's been through.
Battling cancer at age 8, going through, I mean, almost his entire life with one leg, and having to adapt and having to overcome that, and he's done so with great success. And Ricochet,
well, you don't want to go on the ground, Ricochet. You don't want to go on the ground with him. That's what Zach wants. Look at that.
Down elbow tie up, and Gowen.
Yeah, how you like that?
He's got that low posture, but it allows him to kind of spring forward to surprise Ricochet, to attack from unexpected angles here.
Hey, absolutely. And what I'm seeing too is not only this contrasting style, but the contrasting character. Gowen saw enough last week on Collision. He did something about it. We need more of that. We need more folks to stand up to guys like Ricochet who have no bullies.
Out that ring. Need to put in there.
For people that need it. It's unconscionable.
Gowen avoids the sweat from Ricochet.
Man, that's
Through the ropes with
getting
the boot, and
big.
now Zach on the attack, and he lands on his foot.
Unbelievable. Awe-inspiring. I mean, amazing.
Zach Gowen, last week, as we mentioned, he was a ringside as a guest of AEW, making his home in Detroit, Michigan, and now making the trip here to Chicago,
Yeah,
facing Ricochet.
Do something like that.
Shining up that bald head of Ricochet, and bumping up.
That was a bip shot for sure.
Nice high five there to his son.
Now Ricochet, though, driving Gowen into the barricade, and that could be the advantage Ricochet needs. And fans, don't go anywhere for the next 90 seconds. The action will continue tonight on TBS and Max.
But he's still bald.
Has been almost a willing participant in this negative engagement with the fans.
Ricochet, he's
Oh, geez.
he's a unique guy, man. He gets a lot of heat for being bald.
And he should. Let's be
Well, he's a hateable guy. He is. I mean, but you know as well as me, between the ropes, he's a special athlete.
Oh,
there's no
100%.
doubt about that.
One of a kind.
Ricochet, though, maybe wasting a little time. Oh, now this is just uncalled. This is insulting, degrading. Bush League, low rent,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Ricochet.
Do not condone this behavior.
Now, once again, Ricochet just. Here's the thing, Taz. We talked about Zach's resilience.
Oh, right
Oh,
on. He almost got him with that package.
wow.
Now Ricochet, after taking Gowen down, raining in those right hands on the head of Zach.
Again, the toughness of Zach Gowen. It's going to be hard to beat him down. He is battle-tested, and what he's been through in his life, punches are not going to faze him.
Ricochet snaps off the suplex there.
Get out of the way.
Doing a little directing.
He's a director here now all of a sudden.
AEW Dynamite live from the Now Arena just outside of Chicago. Ricochet doing battle with the one-legged athlete, Zach Gowen. Ricochet on the top rope, 450 splash. No, Gowen avoids it. Pulls himself to an upright position. Ricochet on the attack.
There you go, Zach.
Yeah, he sure did. Zach, using his experience, he realized Ricochet would come in hot like that. Went flying out over the top rope.
Great move there. It is Ricochet back in, though. And no!
Oh! That's not fun on a Wednesday night.
I don't care what night of the week it is, Taz.
Charging in, big boot there. Oof. What an impressive display here from this inspirational athlete, Zach Gowen. With one leg, taking it to Ricochet now. Oh, look at this.
Stopped by Ricochet, driving Gowen into the corner.
Just everything, the kiss, the movement, just taking for
a kiss motioning at Gowen's family who are watching this match from ringside. The 50 after the springboard. Two.
Good.
Again, the heart.
The family seated ringside.
Oh, Gowen again! Flustered.
He's trying to, he's thinking, what else do I have to do here? I got to figure this out.
Taz, he's taking this man for granted.
Maybe he figured it out.
The golden shears.
And that's going to get him disqualified if he uses them in front of referee Rick Knox.
That's definitely not legal.
Ricochet, his frustration coming to a head here as Rick Knox thankfully disarming Zach Gowen.
Wait, look at Zach.
Oh, wait a minute.
Gowen with the press.
He got him.
Ricochet's down. Gowen.
Yes. Oh, come on, Zach.
What a story that would have been.
Would have been a huge upset.
Keep it up, Zach.
As Gowen.
Taz, you know what he does in the...
Oh, yeah.
You know what
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
When Zach Gowen goes to the corner.
Amazing. Already it's amazing.
To the top. 1 foot and all the home. Salt, but nobody home. Gowen overcommitting Ricochet.
Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach. Get back to your
Zach
feet.
doing it.
Come on, Zach.
No! The spirit gun from Ricochet. And I feel like that might have done it.
Ricochet.
Oh, there's no shame.
What Zach Gowen survived in this match, the springboard 450, the shooting star press, the vertigo. And it took all of that to set him up for the spirit gun for Ricochet to get the 1, 2, 3.
Incredible resolve, resilience. And this is not, we do not need to see any more of this, Ricochet. Come on.
Ricochet again. The spirit gun, completely unnecessary. Zach Gowen making a tremendous accounting of himself here tonight.
This has got to be jealousy. This has got to be, the crowd adores Zach Gowen.
I feel like Ricochet maybe is feeling like he was embarrassed by Zach Gowen's performance, and knowing Ricochet and his ego, he don't want that.
Yeah, but Ricochet, he's the man that decided to bully Zach Gowen. The man a one-legged athlete because he thought he was an easy target. And Ricochet, like all bullies, he hates when the bullied fights back.
And they all do, they all should. And hold on, Mark Briscoe is here.
And Briscoe, you talked about it, Ian, when Zach Gowen, when he was part of the Ring of Honor roster, he crossed paths with Mark and his late brother Jay.
He certainly did. They were friends then, have remained friends throughout the years. Thankfully, someone to stand up for Zach Gowen, who stood up for so many and inspired so many.
Oh, Ricochet tried to steal a leg again, and Briscoe grabbed it.
Thankfully, Briscoe intervening on behalf of Zach Gowen. It certainly seems like the rivalry between Briscoe and Ricochet is still simmering here tonight. But for the first time this evening, Dynamite Beach Break. Let's head to the back where our colleague, the remarkable Renee Paquette, is standing by.
Please welcome Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF, you have been trying to prove yourself week in and week out that you too want to hurt people. How are you going to feel if you do get a yes from the Hurt Syndicate tonight?
My God, Renee, that is an incredibly intelligent question. I suppose there's a first time for everything. For 406 consecutive days, I was the AEW World Champion, and that meant for 406 consecutive days, no matter how much you hated my guts, you had no choice but to admit that I was the greatest wrestler on God's green earth. See, I want that back, but the landscape has changed since I've got screwed out of my Triple B. To be all elite means more now than it ever has. Our roster is stacked from top to bottom. And if there's one thing everybody knows about MJF is, I don't like to work hard. And if I have to wrestle, I don't want to do it unless I know I'm going to win. I don't like variables. And if I get to be a part of the Hurt Syndicate, if I get to be a part of the four-headed dragon, that would be MVP, MJF, Shelton Benjamin, and yes, even Bob, we will be absolutely unstoppable, and me becoming a two-time champion will no longer be a possibility, but an inevitability. Thank you for your time, Renee.
Max, have you thought about what the Hurt Syndicate would do to you if they say no?
Uh-oh.
Maxwell, after our match tonight, it's imperative that you join us in the ring.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
They hurt people.
Well, that's not good. That's not good for Max, I'm telling you.
I think MJF might have stepped in it, and I think that's the first time we've seen Bobby Lashley smile in about a month.
And that look on Max's face.
This is an AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator match set for one fall. Being accompanied by MVP. At a combined weight of 540 pounds, they are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. They hurt people. Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate.
Well, judging by Bobby Lashley's t-shirt, I think MJF may have already gotten his answer, Ian.
It certainly appears that there may be some foreshadowing there. But if I'm MJF, Taz, I see immediately when looking at these three great athletes, these three great minds, why I want to be with the Hurt Syndicate. They're bad, they know it. They got the tag team gold. They got MVP in their corner.
If you have a body like Bobby Lashley, why even own a t-shirt?
Right.
You don't even need shirts.
Why own clothes? Jeez.
Man, we got units to move on shopaew.com, Taz.
Yeah, I've heard.
Just chiseled. So is Shelton Benjamin.
For the speed coming in by Layla Gray from Minneapolis, Minnesota. At a combined weight of 415 pounds, Darius and Dante Martin. Top flight.
Wow. What are you do now? Watching the same thing. I just started that match. I'm checking him on the watching shit. Alright, bitch. Oh, as long as I'm popping up on here, man. I apologize.
And they came to answer the call of the Hurt Syndicate, but it was MJF.
Well, the attack from behind by MJF. They've never expected it. Top flight.
I'll have an answer for you next week.
Oh, my goodness. Dante caught in midair by Bobby Lashley, but Hope to his brothers.
Oh! Released him in midair. But that high crotch throw there.
Two-time NCAA All-American wrestler Shelton Benjamin. That was before he turned pro. That was before he became one of the men that defined tag team wrestling over the last 2 decades, Ian.
Certainly was. The credentials on full display, but sometimes, no matter the amateur credentials, sometimes just some raw power driving the body of Darius Martin, who can barely mount a fight back here, Daz.
Yeah, but both Darius and Dante, they're battle-tested. They're tough young guys. Hard on the apron right there by Lashley with the body of Darius.
Yeah, Lashley, he seems perturbed, Taz, almost like he's annoyed at the fact that Top Flight took him off his feet.
Yeah, but that's what Top Flight does. They can get it done, man. We've seen it time and time again in their young careers. Watch out.
Lashley driving the shoulder into the midsection. Darius, he was squished in the corner, nowhere to go. And then the neck breaker. Quick tag in and out from Lashley, doing his damage and now turning things over to Shelton Benjamin.
He's just stalking Darius right now.
Wow. Yeah, release German suplex. Dante's on the outside hurting. Darius is on his own here.
And remember, Dante, he had his head bounced off the ring post by Bobby Lashley. But I don't think he can get back.
Right there by Darius, showing his heart. Shelton is stalking all over him here, right in front of him. No room to breathe. That's what you want to do. Shelton's doing the right thing.
Now Shelton looking for another German suplex. Back elbow delivered by Darius. Saw how Darius, he lowered his...
And MVP
mixing it up. That's all Shelton Benjamin needed. He came steaming in with that high knee.
And MVP
mixing it up with Layla Gray on the outside. And now Shelton steps up, the knee into the jaw of Dante, who got spit of his boots. And all credit to Top Flight. But if Bobby Lashley cinches in this hurt lock, it's going to be over.
Oh, the fingers are locked.
Martin.
The fingers are locked. Oh, super kick.
And Dante, he's fading. He's going out. Referee Stephon Smith calls for the bell. And Lashley, he's still locked in on Dante. Dante's out cold, Ted.
Yeah, that full Nelson, that hurt lock, that'll do it to you. Especially from an athlete the size and the experience of Lashley. Hold on a second here.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, we heard what Dustin said earlier.
You won the match. Let him go. Let him go. What do you think? You think you look like a badass or something? No. You look like an asshole. Why don't you come out since you like to hurt people and pick on somebody your own size?
Sammy Guevara, Dustin Rhodes, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Well, what do we have here? The natural Dustin Rhodes.
Yep.
Dustin, we go back a long ways, and I have a lot of respect for you and your father, who I was very close to. And as a result of that respect, these two killers are going to come down there and leave you and your boy laying in a pool of blood. So, cut to the chase. What is it that you want? Okay, P. Since you're a businessman, you see these titles. You clearly can see them around our waist. I think it's obvious what we want.
Double or nothing. What?
And then wait a second. Action Andretti, Leo Rush, crew, they've had their eyes on the Hurt Syndicate on the AEW World Tag Team Championship for a number of weeks.
Man! Well, look what we have over here.
What it looks like is we got an old man and his little buddy out here trying to be heroes. Yo, check it. It's time to get to stepping, Gramps. And Sammy, I suggest you follow Gramps before a crew comes down there and sends you back home with a rearranged face to your beautiful little daughter.
Damn. Damn.
What's up, Chicago? Listen, Grant, Sammy, we don't mean no disrespect, but we just came out here because we got a little bit of old business in the ring over there. Listen, we've been coming out here week after week, scouting the tag team competition, and just like y'all over there, we beat Top Flight. So, hey, Bobby. What's up, Bobby? How about, for the respect of what we got and our past,
Oh yeah.
we get a little tag
Lashley.
team title shot for crew?
No. Number one, you're not going to cut in line. Number two, you're going to learn some respect for your elders, you stupid son of a bitch. All right.
I've had enough of this. Dustin, as you alluded to earlier, I am a businessman, and I have other business to tend to. So I have a resolution. How about you guys take this little brouhaha to Collision? You guys fight it out, and the winner gets a tag team championship opportunity at Double or Nothing.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's big. Yeah.
And now with that, wait. Now I'm getting a signal from a producer over here that we got 30 seconds to commercial break. So I want to tell all of you that are watching at home, please join us because MJF will be joining us after the break. And he's finally going to get what he deserves.
Oh, shit.
Well, MVP doing my work for.
It's time for MJF to get what's coming to him. MJF, get your ass out here right now.
MVP
Sheldon, it would appear that our friend MJF has lost his way. Why don't you help him find his way to the ring, please?
Conducting an informal poll here in Chicago saying he wants people to see the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, shit.
MJF, and it was a resounding yes from the fans here in attendance.
Tonight's your night. You asked for this.
Almost unanimous. And Sheldon, and there's... Oh, wait a minute.
Sheldon, I was looking all over for you, man.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Yeah, save it. Come with me.
Oh, dude, I was going to pitch that. Let's go. Absolutely.
There's...
Focus.
MJF, and
Focus.
yes from the fans here in attendance.
Tonight's your night. You asked for this.
Almost unanimous. And Sheldon, and there's... Oh, wait a minute.
Sheldon, I was looking all over for you, man.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Yeah, save it. Come with me.
Oh, dude, I was going to pitch that. Let's go. Absolutely. I love that idea.
Pitch? He was...
Where are we going?
There was a big graphic.
MJF obviously Taz expecting the worst, and understandably so with the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, I think our buddy MJF might be in trouble, and the worst thing is he's wearing white pants. That could
Let's
get
go, MJF.
graphic.
Move it, man. You're wasting these people's valuable time.
There's the old phrase, if someone tells you who they are, believe them. I think that door opens both ways here as MJF has done nothing to dissuade the Hurt Syndicate, in my opinion.
And you see Lashley with that grin.
Let's go, Maxwell!
On his face.
Yeah.
Ever since MJF has been making his overtures at the Hurt Syndicate, Lashley has seemed none too pleased, but that is not the case here tonight.
Well, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, this is your moment of reckoning. And you asked for this, so I hope you're ready. Gentlemen, we had our discussion. We know what's coming his way. Once again, MVP, thumbs up. Shelton?
Shelton Benjamin not changing his mind either.
Well, this is the tough nut to crack right here. Lashley.
Got to be unanimous.
It's a nice scarf. I can load it to you if you want, Bob. It's fine.
Pivotal moment for MJF.
The final vote.
Maybe some hope.
Look at Shelton back there. Look at Shelton. Shelton's going to nail him.
MJF's none the wiser.
And Lashley just toying with MJF. Is Shelton, he's all...
They're going to blast him, guys.
What?
Whoa! Wow!
What? I can't believe it! What? Bobby Lashley, the thumbs up. It is unanimous. Hey! What? I can't believe it. What? Bobby Lashley, the thumbs
crazy.
Unanimous.
What? I can't believe it.
Bobby Lashley, the thumbs up. It is unanimous.
Hey, Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Wow.
We heard people. We heard people.
Is he allowed to say that?
I'm not sure.
What's the ground rules here?
Show that man some love. Next week on AEW Dynamite, the official MJF contract signing into the Hurt Syndicate.
Wow, I'm shocked. This is a stunner, Taz. I mean, you know MVP, you know Shelton Benjamin, you know Bobby Lashley very, very well. Did you expect this in the least?
No, I did not expect Lashley to give that thumbs up. I'm shocked Shelton did. And he just won the World Series MVP. I'm sorry, MJF. Too many M's.
I'm not sure MJF celebrated that much when he won the AEW World Championship, but fans still to come tonight. Dynamite Beach Break, our main event. Jon Moxley, Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship inside a solid steel cage. And fans, DraftKings Sportsbook is official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code AEW. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
I would not want to bet on that.
I'll tell you what, he fits right in. MJF fits right in.
We hurt people.
Of the AEW
Coming in by Luther from stage 7.
Eliminator match. This was a scene for Friday night New Japan's Resurgence event. Azumi
We hurt people.
defeating Mercedes Moné and Mina Shirakawa to take the title, that the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, away from Mercedes. Something that did not sit well, understandably so, with the TBS champion.
No, Mercedes Moné did not factor into the decision, left stunned. Azumi, part of Neo Genesis, your New Japan Strong Women's Openweight Champion, a lineage that includes Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné.
Why don't you want Mina?
Also from Tokyo, Japan, Mina Shirakawa.
Well, Azumi, a member of the Stardom promotion in Japan. Mina Shirakawa, formerly of the Stardom promotion, now wrestling her first match as an official member of the AEW roster, Taz. She is somebody that AEW fans know very well, and somebody that pushed Timeless Tony Storm very nearly to her limit at Forbidden Door last year.
Oh, she's super talented, no doubt about it, but I was more looking at Tony Storm. She's got really old school dance moves, does Tony Storm there towards Mina's music. Interesting. I observe dancing. That's what I do.
That is.
Not just an analyst of the sport of kings,
no,
but
yes, I understand
and queens.
dancing. You know this, and queens, of course.
That free-flowing movement so critical to her offense.
Hey, it's still Chicago, so homecoming.
Chicago,
Yep.
an eagerly anticipated return to action here tonight by none more so than Sky Blue, Chicago, Illinois native, nearly 10 months away from the ring due to injury. Now returning to action here tonight and one victory away from earning a shot at Timeless Tony Storm in the AEW Women's World Champions.
I'm not sure Fibula had to relearn how to walk. As we are mixing things up here, Timeless Tony Storm and Sky Blue taking to the outside. Azumi and Mina on the inside now.
Yeah, picking up right where they left off at New Japan's Resurgence event Friday night. As now Mina, got rolled up by Azumi. Azumi, also the artist to Stardom champion, is now bridging out. So 2 championships in possession of Azumi. I mean, this is just, wow. Look at Mina Shirakawa putting on the brakes, but it just goes to show you, Taz. Oh, wait a second. Roll up there by Azumi. Mina transitions out, and Azumi able to kick out.
That means she's quite the show woman for sure, but you got to be careful because Azumi's going to take her out.
And sweep of the leg there by Mina Shirakawa as now on the outside. Mina Shirakawa, the DDT on the floor. And Tess, think about this. You have the Artist of Stardom champion, the New Japan Strong Women's champion, the Rev Pro champion, the Ring of Honor Women's champion. All those title holders were vying for a shot over the last few weeks for timeless Toni Storm and the AEW Women's World Champion. Just speaks volumes about what that title means.
Absolutely. You know, when you're a champion of any sorts in this sport, you are a target for sure. Storm knows that. And look at Sky Blue looking great after this long layoff from injury, and she's cooking here.
Sky Blue, the DDT, mirroring what Mina Shirakawa did on the outside, but Azumi back into the ring, putting on the brakes for Sky Blue. Sky, though, elbow strike and roundhouse kick miss. Azumi misses with her kick.
And this is a great sign for Sky Blue, keeping up the pace with Azumi, who likes to turn up the speedometer. Oh, goodness.
And listen, coming back and throwing yourself right in this every woman for himself eliminator here, 4-way. It's tough for Sky Blue, but she's looking pretty good except for that part right there. But other than that, she was flying around pretty good.
Yeah, if anyone other than timeless Toni Storm and it earns the victory in this match, they will get a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship.
And a lot of history between Mina and Toni Storm, involved in almost a lover's triangle, lover's quarrel.
As now the double theft press there, and now right hands being delivered by Mina Shirakawa and timeless Toni Storm.
And now Storm and Mira, they.
And these two connected through mutual tag team partners.
And timeless Toni Storm, she spent a portion of her career competing in Stardom. She is very familiar with Mina Shirakawa and Azumi as well. But Shirakawa, though, pouring on the punishment with the elbow strikes.
And it is Mina who has got Toni Storm in the ropes. Looking for the Irish whip. No, reversed. Oh, Azumi! So quick. And that was how Azumi took advantage of the situation at Resurgence and captured that strong women's title.
Reversal there by Mina. Boot to the midsection on Toni Storm. The Cazadora rolls through. And now into
step through grapevine. That's the old school way of applying the figure 4.
DDT on Azumi. And Mina Shirakawa, the figure 4, the champion in the center of the ring, in trouble.
Super tight right there. Smart by Storm to get to that bottom rope to break the hold.
Now frenetic pace to this AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match. Azumi and Mina Shirakawa really setting the tone in that exchange to kick things off.
Absolutely, and just what happened on Friday alone is enough to motivate both women, Taz, because the championship was almost in the grasp of Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, very close, and that motivates you even more when that happens. If you don't capture it, you keep staying hungry for it.
Mina taking a huge risk and taking out timeless Toni Storm as soon as she got back to her feet. Wow!
If there was any doubt, any question about how that fibula is feeling, I think it's all been erased.
Yeah, Taz, it would not be surprising if Sky Blue showed some hesitation, some trepidation to take those risks based on how she injured her leg last summer, but she is not holding anything back here tonight.
No, and you can't. You know that. You can't. You got to go full throttle, no matter if you're off 10 months or 10 days or 10 years. You got to go full throttle, especially in a 4-way match with 3 women. You know, if you're Sky Blue with 3 women that are world-class athletes. Not saying Sky's not.
Going here, this Women's World Championship Eliminator match.
A back and forth battle. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite Beach Break from the Now Arena just outside of Chicago, Illinois. The 4-way Sky Blue.
And no woman got a decisive advantage during that point, Taz, and we're seeing it as all 4 women back to their feet.
Yes, exactly. Again, like I stated earlier, all 4 ladies are fighting.
Mina and Sky Blue now.
And Sky Blue, Chicago's own, battling it out with Mina Shirakawa, center of the ring. And as reported by the Chicago Sun-Times yesterday, the Byline Bank Friday night pinning Mina Shirakawa to win the New Japan Strong Women's Openweight Championship, a title held by Mercedes Moné. It was a three-way match. The big package, it's locked in. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Wow, look at that.
Mina Shirakawa.
Timeless Toni Storm. Ian, as you mentioned, she was 12-0 over the course of her career in eliminator matches until tonight, until Mina Shirakawa. And
Toni Storm is shocked as anyone. Mina Shirakawa not only won this match, Taz, but she pinned the champion to do it.
What a great reversal. Counted a small package with a small package. It's unbelievable.
And now Mina Shirakawa has earned herself a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. And look at that. Wow. Double or nothing. It is getting spicy. Mina Shirakawa doesn't have to wait long to get her shot at the champion.
A rematch of Forbidden Door. Timeless Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, AEW Women's World Title 1 week from Sunday.
Like a rubber match. Let's be honest.
Oh, you're right, Taz.
It's going to be a knockdown, drag out. I'm telling you.
It has, and on some level, Timeless Toni Storm, she had to know that this was a possibility. She said she was not content to wait for Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hayter to decide things in the Owen Hart finals at Double or Nothing. But
great effort from Azumi, who has had a great fight.
Wow.
Wow. Mercedes Moné just came steaming in and trucked Azumi, who's being helped to the back.
Retribution and a cheap shot like that. Locked in.
A statement maker. Locked in here on the ramp. And you see Mercedes is saying, you stole my title.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter coming from behind. Get revenge for what Mercedes did to her last Wednesday night. And these two women,
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
they will do battle in the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament at Double or Nothing, with the winner getting a shot at the AEW Women's World Champion at All in Texas. And Hayter is lining up for Haterade.
Oh! Security breaking things up, and we were getting a preview, Taz, of 1 week from Sunday.
Absolutely, Jamie. Unbelievable tournament coming up at Double or Nothing, but Mina Shirakawa challenging Timeless Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. It is sure to be something on professional wrestlers of his generation. Terry Brunk, known around the world
Sabu.
as Sabu. A tenacious competitor inside the ring, a true pioneer of this sport. Sabu turned wrestling on its head, and he did everything on his own terms. And in doing so, he influenced generations of professional wrestlers, even yet to come. And the legacy that he leaves is near impossible to articulate. However, I am fortunate enough to work with a man who had an unforgettable rivalry with Sabu, a man whose career was intertwined with Sabu, none other than Taz.
I'm going to try and do this the best I can, but this guy, he was a machine. You know, he was a machine. His work ethic was off the charts. His presence was always amazing. His energy was friggin' infectious. And when I wrestled him, every time he brought the best out of me. You know, Sabu was aura before aura was aura. Before aura was cool, that's what this man was. And behind the curtain, I promise you, he was loved by his peers worldwide. I'm gonna miss you, brother. I love you.
Massive congratulations. As an order, MJF, you are officially a part of the Hurt Syndicate. How are you feeling right now?
Hey, I hurt people. Can you believe this? This is great. I'm in the syndicate. I feel like I won the lottery. Now all I have to do is have my lawyer, you know, Mark Sterling, go over the contract, make sure everything's fine.
Your lawyer?
Well, yeah, one second, Montel. Sterling!
Hello? Hey guys, Max.
Montel, Mark Sterling. Nice to finally meet you. Okay, you know what, Mark? How about you just take a quick walk, okay, buddy? Okay. What's wrong, Montel? What's this lawyer thing? Whoa, hold on. Montel, this is just business. Would you ever sign a contract without having your lawyer look it over to make sure that it's kosher?
No, I wouldn't. Okay, there's no mitzvah here. We're in business.
Let's go, baby.
Excuse us. Come on, kid.
Let's go.
Well, guys, still to come here tonight on Dynamite, our main event, the AEW World Championship on the line. Inside a steel cage, Samoa Joe versus Jon Moxley.
Okay, Renee, and last week when we were live on a Thursday night, things got out of hand at the end of the program. You were involved. You say there's something on your mind. Go ahead.
Well, I'll make this nice and quick. First of all, I want to apologize to you, Tony. I did exactly what I told you not to do. Get in the ring when you're an announcer. The other person I need to apologize to, Daniel Garcia.
And we're going to take you back to Collision last week to find out what Nigel was referring to. It was at the conclusion of last week's Collision main event. Dax Harwood with Daniel Garcia, they were going one-on-one, and then Dax took multiple cheap shots at Nigel, and Nigel could only stand so much, Ian.
Absolutely pushing Nigel over his breaking point, but it was FTR 2-on-1 as much as Nigel could. He held FTR off until Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic could even the odds. And a valiant effort, but to Nigel's point, he kind of broke some unwritten codes, some unwritten rules. Announcers should not be in the ring.
Okay, Nigel, go ahead.
So, look, Danny, you saw what happened. I let my ego get the better of me. I let someone goad me into interrupting your match that cost you the chance to win the match and the winner's purse. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. I'm sorry. I realized that my place is next to this man at an announce desk, not in the middle of this ring. So, won't happen again.
Danny, go ahead.
Nigel, you can keep your apology to yourself. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. FTR disrespected you, and you stood up for yourself.
Exactly.
FTR, they tried to end my career. They tried to end Adam Copeland's career. And if given the opportunity, they're going to try to end your career too. And the thing is, I'm gonna fight these guys regardless, with or without you. So you can turn your back on me right now. I get that you're not a wrestler anymore. You can turn your back on me. You can go back to the commentator table. But I'm gonna fight these guys with or without you. And it would be an absolute honor for you to stand by my side and fight FTR with me.
I cannot
Double or nothing.
what I'm seeing.
The unmistakable
Two
voice of
burnouts
Stokely Hathaway.
blazing each other over which one is the bigger disappointment.
I'm sorry, Big Stoke.
First of all, let me say FTR isn't here tonight. But as their agent, they sent me here to speak on their behalf. Nigel McGuinness, what you did last week on Collision, it was reprehensible. It was egregious.
Oh, that's a big word.
Dax, you almost broke his jaw. Cash, you separated his shoulder. So Nigel McGuinness, I have to ask, what the hell is your problem?
What's my problem? Well, I guess my problem, Stokely, is when someone puts their hands on me, I put my hands back on them. And so I guess for that, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, mate. Oh. Well, guess what, Nigel? That apology does nothing for us. You put your hands on FTR. And you should know that when you do something bad, Nigel, there are repercussions and consequences. Dax, Cash, and I, we had a little powwow. And we decided what your punishment should be. Your punishment should be getting in the ring with the greatest tag team alive today, FTR.
Because in that match, they can't be suspended, they can't be fined, they can't be held accountable for what they do to you and for what they do to Danny Boy over here.
What matches?
Well, I guess that's exactly why I don't want to wrestle them. I mean, let's be honest, they're 10-time World Tag Team Champions. And look, no disrespect to you, Danny, but we barely had a conversation. If I'm honest, they'd kill us.
You know what, Nigel? You're right. You're right, FTR might kill us. They might kill us. But I've been watching you overcome the odds for your entire career. I've been overcoming the odds for my entire career. So how about we give these people something that they never thought they'd see? Nigel McGuinness teaming with Daniel Garcia against FTR. All right. Okay. You know what, Nigel? You know what? You don't have to wrestle. You don't. You can continue doing what you're doing, sitting behind that commentary desk, being the Al Bundy of AEW, and every single week trying to relive your glory days. Because let's be real, Nigel. I mean, do you really think you can beat FTR? I mean, you barely beat hepatitis.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Come on. Dax in cash. We're hiding underneath the ring, and now. I guess they are here. Shatter machine on Garcia and Nigel.
With the headbutt, the European uppercut. It's Nigel trying to fight off FTR, but Dax with the close fist through the jaw.
Got caught hard there by Dax.
Yeah, Nigel, his hands were down, and Dax just piled him up. Now looking for this stuffed pile driver. No. Nigel.
It's Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic with...
Came in there, saved the day.
Oh, he's got a crowbar.
Sure does.
And Dax and Cash still thinking better of it. An incensed Daddy Magic with the crowbar. Nigel McGuinness just narrowly avoiding that stuffed pile driver at the hands of FTR.
Just the lowest of the low insult. Such a cowardly attack by FTR. And thank God for Daddy Magic, who came to the rescue. Unbelievable the lows that Stokely Hathaway and FTR will sink to. His mind
will have a tribute to Beach Break. They will face off inside Chicago, Illinois for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and the tensions have been brewing. AEW John Mox.
Introducing the champ from Huntington Beach, California, weighing 310 pounds. He is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, former AEW World Champion, the 10th champion in the history of the title. And to Joe's point, Ian, a man that never received a rematch after losing the championship.
And a man who seemingly has the champion's number, Taz.
Yeah, well, definitely you're dealing with someone like Samoa Joe. It's going to be an all-night job, obviously, and the world champ better be prepared because he might walk out of Chicago without that title.
As we've seen over the last few weeks, that Kikina clutch that Samoa Joe uses has been kryptonite for the AEW World Champion.
Being accompanied by Marina Shafir from Cincinnati, Ohio.
people for the main event of Double or Nothing. Simply answer questions about the main event, get enough right win to earn your share of the prize. Download the DraftKings app right now. Sign up with promo code AEW to play free. DraftKings stands that it's in that fourth times. And honestly, the third man is two men locked inside 10,000 pounds of steel.
Yeah, you know, dangerous people here in this cage, right? I mean, I would not want to be locked in a cage with that guy right there, Samoa Joe. That I promise you. So, both athletes with a plethora of experience have had titles, both of them, everywhere they've been. Lots of titles.
And Ian, both men with a lot of experience. Asterisk next to that one, because that's when Don Callis stabbed Kenny Omega in the back, figuratively, in the head, literally.
But also, interesting to note, this is the first time ever the AEW World title is being defended inside of a steel cage. So history being made here tonight. Oh, we know Double or Nothing is 1 week from Sunday, but a pay-per-view quality presentation here tonight as the challenger headbutts the champion.
Yeah, always a special occasion when the World Championship is defended on Dynamite, on Collision, on TV. But right now, Joe, big rolling elbow strike from Samoa Joe, the champion, staggering back to the corner, and now Moxley set face first into the steel.
And that's what you want to do. You want to use this cage. It's a weapon. It's legal. Use it. And that's what Joe's doing right there again. Got hung up on the rope, so I think he's bleeding already, Moxley.
Well, Joe, content to punish the champion. We talked about that Coquina clutch.
Coquina clutch.
Oh! Of being deemed the Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner onto Moxley, and Moxley,
nicely done.
Moxley reaching for the rope, and the blood flowing freely on the head of the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. Oh, Moxley changing tack. The bite. The AEW World Championship or the AEW Women's World Championship. Well, it's a great onto Moxley, and Moxley,
nicely done.
Moxley reaching for the rope, and Joe relinquishes the hold, but the battle between
he takes back the advantage, that heel. Oh, wait.
Moxley left
with the chair in hand.
Evening things up here.
That can
go. He sees that.
And the chip.
And during the break, fans, things got a little bit crowded ringside. We see members of the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli. There's Willow Nightingale, Powerhouse Hobbs, who came out to even the sides. It's Joe that's
flowing on his last leg.
Get the hell out of here. I'm done with this. That's a ton of weight, obviously.
Who breaks inside the cage?
Had a new champion there. But Mox, knowing the environment, knowing the stakes, knowing the danger, lining after the champion's title.
Fighting to the top, leaps over Samoa Joe. Joe still trying to clear his vision, feeling that thunderous lariat from Moxley. Oh!
The challenger absorbing everything the champion can dish out. But how long can he stay on his feet?
Joe returns fire, a boot to the jaw, but Moxley with the cutter. But Moxley
here, but Joe keeping his hand.
Moxley doing a good job of keeping the chin. Joe, dime, shift, Moxley, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, still left in the tag. Jon Moxley trying to get that adrenaline flowing once again, to try to urge himself onward. As Samoa Joe brought up to his feet, Moxley, he could be looking for that. No, Joe.
You sleep.
Can he complete it? Can he get the body lock?
Excellent counter by Joe there.
Oh, wait a second. Claudio's the center
of
the cage. You go on the other side. Joe had to give it up. Willow. Claudio, he fell off the cage into both Marina Shafir and Willow Nightingale, and now Powerhouse Hobbs. Wheeler Yuta. And driven through the top.
All right, now Joe, go back to putting him to sleep.
Powerhouse Hobbs. They have the world champions back, and the Death Riders have been neutralized here at Big Break
with the World Championship in the balance.
Oh, wait. Who is that? Can we get a shot? Wait. Whoever that was, he passed Moxley the briefcase. Moxley cracked Joe with it.
Is it two?
Gabe Kidd from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
War Dogs.
Kidd influencing the AEW World
His ass. Drop his ass.
He passed Moxley the briefcase.
You motherfucker.
Look at Gabe Kidd. Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs. With Claudio Castagnoli.
What the fuck are you doing?
Powerhouse Hobbs barely flinched with the low blow.
Had his back turned and Kidd got him, and now he's in trouble here.
Still. Well, my bad. I just go kill you.
And then Gabe Kidd coming in support of the Death Riders of the World Champion John Moxley.
And what does Gabe Kidd have to do with Moxley, with the Death Riders?
You.
This is
On him.
no, Willow! Marina Shafir sending Willow into the barricade. Powerhouse Hobbs has been neutralized, and John Moxley, with the assistance of Gabe Kidd from New Japan Pro Wrestling, has defended the AEW World Championship.
Wait a minute, look at this. The Bucks.
There they are, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson coming.
When you think you have all the answers, they still shock you.
The AEW World Champion John Moxley. They've been trying to ingratiate themselves to Moxley and the Death Riders thus far, unsuccessfully.
And they look very smitten, very pleased with the results of tonight's.
A smug look on the face of Matthew
We need
and Nicholas Jackson,
answers.
the founding
This
fathers
keep
of their
confusing me.
of
That's
AEW.
loophole. I like that. It's like you think you know, and then it is
Nicholas Jackson with the outstretched hand.
like you will expect the elite to help him, but you never no one expected Gabe Kidd to.
Matthew and Nicholas, not the only unexpected guest, as Kenny Omega is spoiling for a fight, and he is out of the
Oh.
Omega Castagnoli in the air. Omega has cleared Castagnoli.
Oh, but Kenny, he could be walking into a pitched battle here. And Okada. Kazuchika Okada. The body, the abdomen of Kenny Omega.
That life-saving surgery that is just months old. Okada delivering a shot right to the midsection.
And now delivering Omega to Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, to the Death
That's
Riders,
it.
to Gabe Kidd. Look at what did Matthew.
Well, he's got
Oh,
the
wow.
he's bringing the cage back down. Well, they are EVPs, so they want to cage these guys in here and beat the hell out of them, I guess.
And look at this Samoa Joe, Kenny Omega. They're going to be locked inside this cage with the Death Riders, with the Young Bucks, with Gabe Kidd.
And Speedball Mike Bailey
Mike
fighting
Bailey.
Kazuchika Okada off, but it's too late. Kenny Omega and Samoa Joe are trapped.
Kenny Omega, Samoa Joe, just the numbers completely against them. They're getting eaten alive as the EVP trigger delivered by Matthew and Nicholas.
And in the view of
That's
his
fucked
once
up.
best friend Kenny Omega, who is now, what is it, 6-on-1, 7-on-1?
And Mox, oh, spikes Omega on the crown of his head.
And Nicholas Jackson nodding in approval.
They're making a heavy statement here for sure.
This is uncalled for. This is terrible. This is
Yeah, I'm just
unconscionable.
gonna match against each other.
An abuse of power, taking advantage of the situation here.
Sweet house, bitch. Swerve. Yeah, come on.
It's Swerve is here.
Swerve can do a cage.
Swerve Strickland still outnumbered, though.
Nah, still got this.
You're right, Taz. We're going to eat
Stomp on their ass. Stomp on their ass. Ooh.
That's one way to even the odds if you're Swerve Strickland.
Swerve's house. 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 Oh, when one black man shows up, y'all want to leave, yeah.
He's a man that can only be pushed so far.
Oh, 7 of y'all.
The EVP's pressing the escape hatch.
Yeah.
Last time I was in this ring, in this city, in this cage, I got my brains beaten by a steel chair and dropped on a damn cinder block. And you think my sadistic, psycho mind would never want to step foot back here again. But here the hell I am.
Yeah, we tired of this shit.
You
What y'all
think
doing?
I fear anything? I realize something. I am the fear. I am the most dangerous man here at AEW. And with you gentlemen and lady, and these gentlemen here and ladies standing here, I think we want to cause a little bit of anarchy.
Oh. And I think that's going nothing.
Double or nothing. Phoenix, Arizona. Anarchy in the arena.
I'm with it.
Vacations will never.
What the hell? Why was Gabe Kid? They just had a match with them, and that's how they're gonna end it. They had a match with them. It's like you think what's gonna happen happens, but no, it doesn't. Like you think this is gonna happen, but no, they throw like a curveball in there. Like that's just crazy. Hopefully we get some answers Saturday or by next week. Cause why would Gabe Kidd show up? Like, yeah, we all expect the Elite to come and help Moxley, but we didn't expect someone else as well. The fuck is Jack Perry? Jack Perry. So that means they really are waiting for Kenny Omega vs Okada. It's gonna happen at it's gonna happen All In. I'm gonna be there front row All In. That's what it means then. Woo! Man, All In is gonna be crazy. They're really going All In for All In. So we know for sure we're gonna have Kenny Omega versus Okada All In. We'll probably have Will Ospreay versus Moxley All In. I wish it was Darby versus Moxley for the title at All In. Damn, that sucks. And we're gonna have most likely Nick Wayne versus Christian Cage at All In. What else? Who the Young Bucks face? Yeah, who would the Young Bucks face? Maybe Swerve or someone else? Maybe Keith Lee comes back and it could be Swerve in Our Glory against the Young Bucks at All In. What am I watching at?